What's up, ChatWithK Game Squad? This is your girl ChatWithK, and I'm back with whatever this vlog is going to be. I know you guys are probably surprised to see me because I've been going for so long, but in this little clip, we're going to tell you kind of sort of where I've been. And I'm trying to work my way back onto YouTube, and I know I've said that 1,000 times, but it is true. But first, if this is your first time tuning in my channel, that's something I ask you to do. And that is click like, click share, and click subscribe. And hit that notification bell. And first off, I also want to apologize to people for not being on the channel like I used to be. But I have had a lot going on. And I didn't foresee a lot of things coming. But that's how the enemy works. When you're doing great things, he try to knock you off your square. So, everybody already know who this is. Okay, and my mom is around somewhere. You'll probably hear her say hello. My mother does not do social media. She does not like taking pictures, but you can hear her voice in the background. And that is my mother-in-law. That is. Okay, so first of all, I want you guys to know that I have always been a type of person that will advocate for myself. Okay, and the biggest person to speak for you is for you. Okay. And I know I have made a lot of obligations to people. However, I'm still going to do those obligations that I have made to people. However, like I say, by the title of this video, you will see recovering from spinal surgery. That is the biggest part of it, of where I've been. I can tell you right now, I tell anybody, if you feel any joint pain, anything that your body is telling you, listen to your body. Say hi, Mom, in the background, Mom. Because she's not going to
Mama.
She said, hi, Mama. You hear Mom in the background. But I can tell you this. Listen to your body. Okay? You have heard me say over and over and over and over, do not allow a doctor to make you feel like you cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs when you know your body more than anybody. Okay? So the thing I want to get out to say, what happened? All right? So a lot of other things prior to me end up having spinal surgery kept me busy with our ministry activities. So we're still doing the Voice of the Future Team ministry, the tutoring, we're still doing all of that. We're still working on opening up the homeless shelter. We're still putting our paperwork together for that. It takes a lot of planning, a lot of conversations, and a lot of things with a lot of people, okay? So we're almost at the end of finalizing that. Also, the kids part of it, we're still looking at this point for a physical location to be able to have tutoring sessions like we want to. Because when you bring kids to your home, they don't get picked up the time that they're supposed to, okay? So we have to make an adjustment for that, because tutoring and becoming a babysitting company is something totally different, okay? And it's harsh to say, but people will take your kindness for a weakness. So I was struggling with that at some point, but I pretty much think that everybody's on the same page now. But the biggest part of it for us is location, 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 location. So we are in the process of still looking. Sometimes what we want, it doesn't pan out the way that you want it to pan out. But, Mama, you didn't have to whisper. Mom, turn the air off.
She said it's cold. She going outside.
Just turn the air off.
I'm a smoker, y'all.
Okay. I keep my house on Alaska for a reason. Because of germs and because of stuff that I have, and because of medical supplies. And King is about to push me over out the chair. He right here. However, I lost my train of thought. Diane, what was I talking about? She don't even know either.
Location.
Oh, okay.
That's all I remember.
Location. So we are looking for a location for we can have a physical place to go. Okay, let me speed this up because none of us want to be here that long. People do not watch long videos like they used to. So location is the key. So if anybody in Anderson, Indiana is hearing my voice and see this video and you got property to rent for commercial property, because that's what we're looking for. We have a lot of different ministries that we can function out of one location, and that is tutoring with the kids, one. Then be able to provide church services, which we like to do Bible study. Come on, King.
He hit me.
We like to do Bible study. King is interrupting. They over there fighting. I'm trying to keep talking. Okay, so and then also we do cooking for when we go to different places. Like I was gonna do a video. I try to get a video of us going to a school called the Crossings, and I'm not talking about our school, but I'm talking about another school. I'm trying to get some footage with that. We have done that. We've been busy over there with those students. We also has been made appearance at a place here in Anderson called the Willows Place, which is another place of dealing with young ladies who's trying to get themselves together, where they're either homeless for whatever reason. Okay, we were doing that. So a lot of that has kept me off of my channel, because for me, I feel as though sometimes the more important work for me to do is not on this camera, but it's in the community of Anderson. However, I'm going to do better by including you guys on stuff that we're doing. Now, the store, Wells, what we call it, Wells Snack Shop and more. So now we have a storefront where we're going to be, we got our merchant's license, wholesale license, where now we can go ahead and start ordering things and stuff it in the store, and we can sell items for a profit so that we could fund the other ministry things that we're trying to do. So, but sometimes when you want to get ahead, we don't listen to the big homie. So we have to be patient and diligent and know that he's going to put us in the right location. And that's what we're working on. On top of that, we have got abandoned yet again an apartment complex that we're in. So right now, this is our last time staying in here. We're going to be out of here before winter comes. And we are also looking for a place for us to reside. Okay. And right now, we're keeping it together as best as we know how. So we're dealing with that too. So if anyone here in Anderson has a home to rent, I do not want an apartment, only because I want to be fair to my dog. You haven't seen him, and his nickname now is Wide Load because he's a big boy. So he needs room to run around and do what he needs to do. Okay, now coming up to what the title of this is, which is recovering from spinal surgery. Let's go back and let me tell you, when I say that there's back pain, when I say that there is issues and things with your body that you need to listen to, the first sign of anything that hurts is a sign of something. Pain is the initiation to let you know that something is wrong. Okay, whether it's minor or minute, severe, whatever. They tell you what's from 1 to 10. Always say 10. If it's not 10, just say it is, okay? To get their attention. Now, I'm not saying lying is a good thing. What I am saying is get somebody's attention. Because if you say, oh, it's tolerable, oh, it's okay, then they'll push it to the side, which then can create more underlying issues for you, because that's what happened to me. Now, Medicaid, we're going to put you on blast, all right? So normally her shift was 5A to 5P, which will cover me while Mr. Man is at work. But for some ungodly reason, Medicaid decided that they didn't think I need that much coverage. Now that's why I'm putting them on blast, okay? Because what happened to me, I was asleep. And when I woke up to try to roll over to get up, because she wasn't due till 9 o'clock, and it was like, 4, 5 something in the morning, and I couldn't move. But all I could do was scream, because my back was killing me so bad. Would you say that?
And it locked up.
Okay. So I couldn't move. So I finally was able to finagle to try to get my phone, and I finally got my phone to fall over in the bed. So then I was reaching and turning and screaming, trying to get my phone, and I had to pause in one position because the pain was excruciating. When I say excruciating, I have never in my life experienced anything like that ever in my life, okay? So in this video across here, I'm going to tell you what they said was wrong. Big old lumpectomy, lumbar, whatever. Something to do with the spine. And when we talk about it, you're going to see this name going across here. So you know exactly what surgery that I had to have. So I finally got a hold of her, and I was crying. I couldn't even talk to you. All I said was, Diane, I need you. And that was all I said. I think that's all I said to you. Mm-hmm. And you was like, what? I'm on my way. And it was before her shift. So I just like, Diane, I need you. And I was just balled up in the bed and crying. I couldn't move. So I called my mother-in-law, who just went outside, and I was telling her, I said, hey, because she's Diana, her at the time, my mom lived in Indianapolis, but now she lives back over here in Anderson, so she can be close to Juan. However, Diane lives in, even though that's not far, but still, okay? So you might say, well, why didn't you call 911? Because my doctor put me on blast for that. However, are you going to give me some money to replace this door? Because MTs is going to kick it in and tear it up. So guess who got to pay for it? We do. So I was like, she has a key, mama has a key. So I called her, and she got to me as fast as she possibly could, okay? So I know she was doing 90. How fast was you going, Diane? You ain't got to whisper. Ain't no police in here.
90.
So she was just like, what? And she's throwing up in the room. So at this point, I want you to tell her, I want her to tell her side of how she tried to help me, but then with no positive results. Go ahead, Diane.
Okay, so she has this cream called Venteria Gel. So I took and rubbed some of that on there and got a heating pad, put a heating pad on there, let it sit for an hour, pressing it against it to try to help relieve that muscle. It would not relieve it at all. I couldn't get her up or anything like that, so I ended up having to call the paramedics so they can come get her, and we had to take her to the hospital. And by her being upstairs, first they was bringing a gurney. I told them no, she lives. Her room is upstairs, so they went and got this bed walker. Like a wheelchair to access to get her upstairs. To get upstairs, stop! He fighting me to get her up, to get upstairs, to get her, bring her downstairs. So, from that, we left the hospital, and that's where she was at.
The thing is, when you think I was in so much pain, the paramedics wanted to, because when it was getting me up, just putting me up, it was excruciating. But the thing was, they was like, we want to give her something, because, I do still have my port. And it's like, they want to give me something, but they were scared that it will clash with other medications that I was on. So they just like, let's just get her to the hospital. That's what they main thought. And I say, if I knew those paramedics' names today, I would love to give them a shout out of care, because they did their thing. They was very easy with me. They was very compassionate with me. All those things. They just didn't come in, just slam me down, boot, and take you. No.
And not only that, not to cut you off, sis, but because they also experienced major back pain, like she was going through, they knew what she was struggling with and the pain that she was feeling, because they were very easy on, we helping her get up out of the bed. Me and the other paramedic, had the guy hold the chair, me and the other young lady from the paramedics, we both helped Carisha get up, and at her own pace, not rushing her, at her own pace, to allow her to, slowly make it to the chair so we can get her to the ambulance and get her to the emergency.
I was just like, come on, let's get it over with. Because the more easy that I was trying to make it go, the more pain I was in. I was just like, screw it, let's just get it over and get me in the chair.
So she was like moving like fast. She was being fast and furious in a slow motion way, but
But it hurt.
It hurt.
It hurt. It hurt like the dickens. I think they used to wear it like sciatica. The sciatica.
Yeah, sciatic nerve.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And they was like, man, we're not going to tell you. Sorry, that's King. He said, we're not going to play with you. We're not going to mislead you. When we get ready to move you, that's going to hurt. And that's exactly what they told me. And they were not lying. It hurt like crazy. So we go, at this time, that they got me over there, get to the hospital. Everything was cool in the emergency room. They came in there, they went to work on me really, really quick. Man, gave me I think they was giving me morphine like every 15 minutes or whatever the case may be. They were shooting me up to try to figure out what the heck was going on.
And nothing was relieving the pain.
Nothing. So they was giving me the morphine. Dr. Hope, if you ever see this video, that man in that ER, he went to work to figure out what was wrong with me. And he wasn't giving up. So he went and looked at a previous MRI that I had on my back maybe almost a year ago. And he came in, he told Diane and I both, he said, your MRI
is impressive.
Is exactly what those are the terms he used. And me and Diane was like, how is that impressive?
He said, because you had so much going on that we were surprised that you even lasted this long before it locked up on you.
And I didn't even know that, because he was just like, So what he did, he said, I don't feel comfortable with you going home.
She couldn't go home no way because she couldn't walk.
I couldn't walk. I can do nothing for myself. Nothing. Okay. So to speed this up, what we did, I ended up getting admitted the
same night.
Yeah, exactly. It was actually the same day because it was morning when you come and got me.
Right.
So I had to stay there, right? And he kept me comfortable as he was going back trying to see whatever. He said, I don't feel comfortable you going home because you just can't do anything for yourself. You're going to have to be admitted. So I'm like, okay. So we're thinking 1-2 day home. No, I was in the hospital for 2 weeks behind that. Anyway, when the nightmare started once we left the ER. Now here comes the nightmare, and we may have to do this in part 2, in 2 parts, okay? Because I gotta stop here in a minute. Get ready to go to the doctor yet again. However, when I got upstairs, when they transferred me to go upstairs, the lady that transported me up to the 2nd floor, she was really, really nice. Her and Diane, I'm in the bed. She pushing whatever, because you know you got I think she got them little motor things on them beds or whatever, or maybe she was just pushing it on her own. I don't know, because I was on the morphine. So when you go into the problem is when I went to get off the gurney from the ER to the bed on the 2nd floor, they said, okay, we got to transport her from here to here. So they said, okay, the lady was like, and I know her name, I ain't gonna say lady, it was a nurse. So she said, go to this part. So when they was trying to transfer me over, I reached for the bed rail on the gurney that I came in on, and she pushed me. She's like, don't touch me. I don't let patients touch me. I was not trying to touch her. She took my arm. She said, you hug yourself. She's like, bam. And then she pushed me inward, not to mention that she pinched this because I had a port right there, okay? Problem number 1. So I screamed. I'm like, don't do that. And the lady that was on the gurney, she's just like, Carisha, we're going to try to let you go at your own pace. Let's take a breather, get you over on the bed, and let your family come in. And she emphasized family. So now this nurse wants to be all kissy face. And we ain't going for that. So Diane come in the room at that time, and then everything else tried to be cool, calm, and collected.
Before they even came and got me.
Yeah. Because she just came in, Diane just came in the room. Because they were like, we're there, come and get you. But this one here was like, nope. So I guess it was taking too long. I had some food,
and I needed to go to the bathroom, and I was not taking my food to the bathroom with me. So I was like, I'm going to go sit this in my sister's room so I can go use the bathroom. And that was it. I was in the room after that. They didn't have to come get me. I came and got myself.
So what I'm going to do, what time you got, Diane? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to end this one because I got to be at the doctor at 12:30.
10 till.
10 till 12? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we can talk a little bit more. So anyway, we got in the bed, and they were coming to get me. They were supposed to be in there checking on me, whatever case may be. And I couldn't get out of bed, so I had to be TMI. I had to use the bedpan in the hospital, and that also turned into a nightmare. Because at one point in time, I couldn't actually feel everything that was below, so I didn't know what was going on. And plus, I could not urinate, remember? I couldn't use the bathroom. So I couldn't pee, I couldn't do nothing. So it was crazy. And Diane kept telling them she hasn't used the bathroom. Because that's what I was telling her. I said, I feel like I used the bathroom, but I couldn't. And Diane kept telling them, say, she hasn't used the bathroom. She hasn't used the bathroom. She hasn't used the bathroom. She kept telling them that. So all that day, they didn't even do anything about it. So the night shift nurse comes in, and I was telling her that I haven't used the bathroom. So the first thing they did was bladder scan me, and I had so much urine in me that they had to, it called an in and out catheter, so they had to come in and take it out. So they called the doctors. It's like, hey, she's got over 1,000 cc's of urine in her, and she's not passing. So they used the word retention. So she's not using the restroom. So then another 8 or 9 hours passed, and I still haven't used the bathroom again. So then I had the urine up there again. So they had to go in and take it out. Now, mind you, when you doing that or putting a person on a bedpan, it's a potential for spillage is the word I'm going to use. So when I started to get some feeling back, I told Mr. Man, I said, I feels like my butt is burning and stinging. I said, I feel that. And then when you TMI pull the cover back, for me, if there's an odor there, something's wrong. So I told Mr. Man pulled the cover back, and he lost it. Because by me having no colon from Crohn's, where they took, I know I've already said that, I don't have a colon, so TMI, nothing forms, everything's liquid with me, front and back. Let's just put it like that. So apparently I have been laying in bile, which had my butt red. So that goes to show you they wasn't taking care of me. They wasn't cleaning me. They wasn't doing what they were supposed to do, which led to another situation. And I can't say situation. So I'm telling y'all get all this stuff with these details because where I've been, and also healthcare workers, just because you got on a scrub, you are supposed to listen to your patients. So I'm getting ready to go see Dr. Atimi. She has no clue of the abuse that I went through at that hospital. But I'm here anyway. I'm supposed to be having outpatient therapy and all this PT and all this mess, and I'm gonna kick this man out of my house because I like to get up and move around on my own. I'm a very stubborn person. I'm a fighter. I don't like a big commotion. I don't like all of that because it makes me depressed. I'd rather get up and fight and push. But this video was to tell you where I have been and what is what's
going on.
Exactly, and what's going on from here. So I still have some things I want to go over with you guys, but this is going to end up being part 2 of me speaking by myself. So I'm getting ready to end this. I just wanted Diane to be in here with me because Diane have had to do a lot for my care. She has to been running around with her head chopped off, and I just want to say thank you to her for caring for me so much like she has, because this ordeal with the spinal surgery, it came out of nowhere, and I was scared to death because it's like, if you don't do this surgery, it's just going to get worse, okay? And you're pinching on that nerves, and there's potential permanent paralyzation, and I was not.
And she was at the point to where she had no choice because she couldn't walk.
Yeah, I couldn't do anything. It was let's do it. And so the fact that it says spinal surgery, I know that is a scary situation that nobody want to go through. But shout out to Dr. Kim. Is her name Kim Small? Whatever his name is, one of them. Dr. Kim. It's Kim. Dr. Kim. That man came to my room every single day until it's time for him to do my surgery. He made sure that I was comfortable with him. He made sure I was comfortable with his staff. He made sure I was comfortable with everybody, because these are doctors that I hadn't seen or I didn't know. And then I had to wait 3 days because I'm on blood thinners. So, because they wanted to do the surgery, that's how bad it was. They wanted to do it right then, but they couldn't because of the blood thinners as I was on. So I had to wait, and that's for me being in the hospital. That's when they wasn't really caring for me or whatever. So, but when Mr. Mann saw the condition that I was laying in, things got better because Lawan went off in that hospital. I'm just not here to tell you to play around with you. He did. So shout out to Mr. Mann for loving me the way he do. Shout out to Mama Kathy over there, which happens to be our chef in our ministries. Took care. She spent a couple nights in the hospital with me because my care was horrible. Now, the team that took care of me, as far as the physicians, shout out to Dr. Atimi, love her to death. Shout out to Dr. Gallinosa, loving to death. Shout out to Dr. Santos, loving to death. And shout out to Dr. Smalls, loving to death. The doctors were phenomenal, all 4 of them.
And she had a few nurses.
And I had a few nurses that had my back, but I had 2 that I think if I ever see them in Anderson, away from there,
she probably put Jesus on the shelf
to deal with them, because at the end of the day, the first day the lady was mad because she said she wanted to go to church, and she was forced to work. Yes, and she was mad because I got my nails done to match my outfit, and and I'm like, if that's the only reason why you want to go to church, you going to church for the wrong reason, and your heart is not pure. But anyway. But
then we did understand that it was Mother's Day. So it was Mother's Day that she spent her day in the hospital.
Sure did. So it was been a lot going on. So we're going to end this video right here because it's almost 24 minutes. So I just want you guys to understand, advocating for yourself with your body, with pain. Advocate for yourself. Because I've had back pain in the past, but I will put some gel on it, Verturian gel, take a gabapentin that'll take it away and go about my business because I was too busy with my ministry work until I couldn't get out of bed that day. And that was crazy.
It was just time for her to sit down and relax a little bit.
I was forced to do that.
Yes. Take a load off.
Because when I did therapy at the hospital, I grit and bear it, and I was gritting my teeth to do what they wanted me to do because I wanted to get out of the hospital. Because if I didn't try to move around or do something, they was going to keep me there. I was like, okay, that's what you say. And I got up and I was doing myself. And they said, oh, she don't need our help. And I get in that bed, take them pain meds, and go to sleep. And I'm like, oh my God, just to get out of that hospital.
Okay. They already had 2 weeks of her time.
Yes, they did. So I'm sorry that we didn't do too much footage with that. Because at the time, I don't understand how some people love ones. You put them on social media and all those different things. But we were not concerned about recording. They were concerned about me being comfortable, me getting out of pain. They didn't care because we doing this as an explanation of what has happened versus Diane having a camera recording everything. However, now let me say this. If we had recorded a lot of this stuff, there's proof of what I'm trying to say. So at some point in time, if you go into a hospital and you know that your treatment at a hospital like the one I am in, Anderson Community Hospital, yes, I put you on blast, sure did. If you need to record everything with them. Now, like I say, I hate that hospital, but my doctors, my teams, that's where they are. That's where they work out of. They can't control what the nurses and them do. They're supposed to follow their orders. Now, like I say, my doctors, they are phenomenal, and I don't want to be away from them. However, I'm going to fight to the high heavens to make sure that I get treated like I'm supposed to when I leave there. That's why they're getting a nice little letter from me in the administrator's office. Maybe a novel by the time I finish. But they're going to get one, and it's going to be on my record. So if I got to fight to be treated, if I was treated that way when there's no family members around, just to think how they would treat other family members, other people that don't have family coming and checking on them. I had too much family coming in and checking on me. It was Mama, it was Diane, Mr. Man, it was Seventh-day Adventist people. So it was like a revolving door. And at some point in time, I got tired. And I said, hey, what time visitation is over? And they told me, and I said, and I was like, I'm tired. So I said, isn't there a way that we can just pause all of my visitors for the rest of the day because I needed to rest? That's how many people were coming. So I just was, you can't take morphine and then.
She just sure has so much love coming because everybody loves her. So everybody just wanted to be there for her support, which is a good thing.
It was.
At one time, you do need rest.
It was too. You know. It was getting to be a much. So it was a police officer that was guarding some lady across the hall, and he could hear me talking to the team. That I was like, "Hey, I'm tired," and he called downstairs and he told them to block the rest of my visits for the rest of that day. And I'm sorry if some people did get turned away, but I was just tired. And rest is what my body needed. And I can't take pain meds and say, I needed to sleep it off. So don't take it personal, guys. I know who you are. You see this video, I'm sorry, but I needed to sleep. It was like this. And when I left, when Mr. Man was putting me in the car, the security said, oh, this is the patient that we had that I felt like was a celebrity. That's how many people was coming to my room. So I was like, I thank you guys for the love. Thank you guys for listening. Forgive me for where I've been, but I had to do this video so I can record it and put it up. And right now, this is my word to say, hey, we coming back full throttle. I know I have lost some subscribers. However, I'll get them back because I'm going to come back to YouTube, and hopefully this is a well enough explanation for you. But for us, it's ministry work for us, and then that's got to come first. First. So thank you for listening, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.